I said, okay. So I went back home. I wrote a letter. I personally went to the director of prosecution. He has the authority to investigate this matter, gave it to him. Nobody did anything. And I flew back to England, stayed another 6 months. Then now they want to register our party. I was, to cut the story short, I had to come back to the country. Again, I was arrested in the airport, then released. While now I'm campaigning to try to get members across the country, and I have escort, police escort for 14 days I'm in the country. And there's no any time I was without bodyguard. Police of Kenya. One day I just went to police station to thank the police commander so I can go to another province. The car outside, driver is removed. There's a weed. We have a trailer at the back, not the car. 500 kilogram of weed was planted there. And now they come into the office where I'm in a meeting. Oh, we've just found some contraband in your car. Now, the rest is history. Media, former presidential candidate, drug dealer, the media, everybody. Nobody asked me a question. And I think that is when I started going into depression. I didn't know at the time, but I went into, I was not myself at all. I went and stayed in the detention for 33 days. My wife tried her best to pay bond. Remember, I'm a drug dealer. I'm benefiting millions of money, but I've given a bond of 1,000,000 shillings, which I cannot afford. Anyway, I think there's somebody here called Dr. Molo, is from my village. He flew all the way from Kenya. Among him, he paid 250, which is about $2,000, and others managed to put the money. I was removed. I came back home. When I came back to the house, by that time, I work in London. My work is gone. Everything of mine is gone. We could not even give breakfast to our children when I came out of the jail. And I didn't know, for the first time in my life, I shed tears. And my wife, immediately, because my son, one of my sons saw me, and I'm sorry even now, I'm a bit emotional every time. I said, she took my son away, and then I called another friend of mine, which she went to the same university with my wife. I said, look, I can't afford to feed these kids. I don't know my life. I don't know what happened to me. While we're thinking, take these kids away, take my family away. Mm-hmm. So they were taken. I was left in the apartment on my own. Now he's going to court, which is 500 kilometers from me. I don't have money, cannot fuel my car. Everybody runs away from me. I've got 5,000 numbers on my phone. Before that incident, I can call one person, I can get 20, 30, 40,000 dollars in a second. Couldn't get a dollar. Everybody's fearing me. I've become this taboo that everybody don't want to associate. But there are some people in society who are strong enough. I survived. Then while I'm sitting with this, one day, I think it's chapter 1, that is where they start. There was a knock at my door. Got contact in the CIDs, in the military, because I was in there. I was told, boss, your name will be added in the list of terrorism. You will be killed. They will take you away. And they told me exactly how I will be killed. So the officers told me, we don't want to stand here. We want you to run away. The court has taken my passport. I have no money. I have no brother. Nobody. And you are telling me to run away, to go where? And the officer said, go to Somalia. Now that's when they will call me terrorist nicely, because terrorists are there, they're not in Kenya. No. I said to them, let them kill me. And then one of the officers said, no, we are not going to allow that. Your brain, your passion for Africa. We cannot waste this plan. No way. That's where the idea, we had to look for another passport. And I had to, God knows how I passed that airport. I passed that airport. I flew to London, got back to London. And then another 1 year, I had to fight with depression. I was in university doing my bachelor's. Remember, I was told I cannot run for president because of degree. I was fighting with that as well. I never gave up. I fought with depression for a year. That I arrived in England, back in England in November 2019, and I went through depression for a year. Literally, my university was so concerned that they had to call my NHS doctor to say, look, we're concerned with these students. Anyway, I was supported by the system, not people, because that's why I always fight. Can we have the same system in Europe, in Africa? That is my dream. That system that saved me. I'm sitting in front of you guys here today talking to you, the courtesy system of Europe, not Africa. I was tortured by my blood and flesh, saved by Peter, who is not my blood. No, I'm just saying. Well, when I'm saying Peter, European, it's their system, not individual person. The system supported me. And that is how I continue. Even today, I'm not 100% perfect to what I want, but I'm on the process of healing. And that is, and many, many others, that is what I went through.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jaffer, for sharing your emotional and brave story. Please allow me to close with one final question. To pick up on the last sentences you mentioned of being supported by the system. Is this book truly for you a memoir, a book by someone who looks back, or is there more to it? In the end, you survived your broken society, to use your book title, by choosing another place to live. But do you think the broken society can be mended? And do you have some recommendations for it? Or do you instead make a bigger priority of preventing a broken society in your new adopted homeland?
Thank you very much. I think many people question when I said broken society, surviving broken society. This title, many people question me. Why are you saying broken society? Why I said broken society? The system is made by people. If you see the system is broken, it's because the people who made that system are broken. Africa is broken today because of every individual calling themselves Africa. Africa is broken today because we are blaming too much others, but we never blame ourselves. Now, coming back to the book. First of all, I wrote this book mainly, I never thought I will survive. To be honest with you, I never thought I will sit here today, talk to you guys. I never thought I will survive. I taught my children every single day not to do a shortcut. Be a good example in Africa. Africa needs good people. Now I've been destroyed. I'm a drug dealer, I'm a terrorist, and all those kind of things. I've lost. And let me tell you, take any person. You can burn the house, you can burn everything. The person can always survive. But if you want to destroy somebody for good, take their character away. I lost my character. But courtesy of United Kingdom, a country I lived in for 25 years, knows my character. I'm lucky enough to repair myself, to rebuild myself. There are millions of Africans out there who cannot rebuild themselves because the system will not allow them to rebuild themselves. So first, I wrote it for my children. If I don't survive, they will read a book knowing that their father never did anything illegal. My side of the story. That's number one. Number two, some people may say the book is embarrassing Kenya and all those kind of things. I'm not here for embarrassment. I feel, I know there are civil societies in here. I feel for you. You are in the most dangerous job. Politician coming up, you are in a very dangerous job in Africa. So today, now I'm changing, which I'll write more books. For people like me, because when I joined the politics and activism, I was naive. Nobody ever taught me. I'll be able to teach others to understand what I did not understand. At least to start one step ahead of me. I started from ground zero, naive, thinking all African want change. That's the way I came. And I've learned the word. From now on, moving forward, because I think I have a chance. When we started writing the book, I never thought I will even see Peter. But I have a chance. I can clearly, I've got protection from United Kingdom. Now I have to give something somehow. It's still to this continent, even if it's just word, through books, through TV interviews. I will read my political, I love politics. I've got a master's degree in political science. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys. From not educated to master's degree in political science. Why I did master's, maybe Kenya will change again. Bachelor's degree is not enough. Maybe they will change something. They'll change goalposts. So I said, let me do masters, and maybe I'll do PhD so they cannot change again. Maybe in future. But now they have lost. I'm going to rebuild myself. I'm going to build myself. Europe needs me. Middle East needs me. The world needs me. My passion, I'll give it to humanity. But I will not forget Africa. Believe me, there was a time in during my depression, I didn't want to see a color called Africa. I didn't want to see an African in front of me. I didn't want to see your flag. But today I'm healing. I don't want to give up. I want to give something back. Even if I'll do it from the white man's land, because I'm not wanted here, I will still give you something back so you can learn from me. That is why I wrote the book.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jaffer. Won't take too much of your time, but if there are one or two questions, I'm happy to take them. Good evening, everyone. I have three questions, just so you can make answer to me and everyone else. One, was it worth it? Two, would you do it again? Three, would you do it differently?
Three, do I do?
What would you do differently?
Okay. I'm very terrible in answering three questions at the same time. So if I forget, you'll remind me. Was it worth it? If it's not worth it, I will not sit here today. And I'll tell you why. Today, I'm a British citizen. I've recovered from not having breakfast to living in a beautiful house. Today, my wife was frustrated in Africa. She has a job like any other person, free, doing whatever she wants. Tonight, my firstborn son, who is doing his A level, is flying from London to Geneva for a school trip. From death, from deathbed to here. If it's not worth it, I will not come. Me, what I've left with is only one thing. I've sacrificed everything else. I'm left with one ultimate sacrifice called life. I have nothing else to give, life. When I was coming here, even today I speak to you, there is a very high chance I may not even go back to my house. Because that's how Africa is. No justice. But I take this risk, still knowing what is behind me, just to come and talk to Africans one way or another, so they can give something. So it's worth it. That is what, when if we don't fight for what we believe in, if we don't sacrifice what we believe in. And again, I'll go back to civil societies, and I used to ask civil societies in Kenya, why is Africa not fundraising for civil societies? Why do you have to go to a white man? Why do you have to go to the embassy? Why? Yet we have rich people, all of them, if they raised 1,000 naira for you, this activist, you're not doing activism for her. You're doing it for African. You're doing it for yourself. But if you look at Africa today, you bring Hausa, you call your tribe here Hausa? Is it how? No, let me just say the one I know: Northerners and East, Northerners and or Muslim and Christian. If you have problem, and there is this, you bring them trying to solve your problem. You bring a meeting together. The first person you go to Belgium embassy. We're having to have a meeting. Give us to pay us for us this hotel. It's not their problem. Belgium herself. Why can't you come to that place? Don't drink tea because you're trying to solve your problem. Don't even go to a hotel because you can't afford. Sit under the tree. This is the problem we have, Muslim and Christian. What can we do? If you can afford, buy tea for one another. Even activism, looking for peace in Africa has become business. We have to go to white man. And I'm sorry again, I've been talking nice about civil society, but I will somehow blast you slightly. You go to Belgium embassy or British embassy, then you drive this 4x4. You know. So what I can tell you is start that war, sacrificing 10 naira for you to change Africa, Nigeria for yourself. So it's worth it for me. That's why I sit here.